Listen, when you slap your kids or smack them after they've done bad, that's not abuse, it's discipline, idiots. It's been long debated over each decade whether spanking or hitting your kids in general is an effective form of disciplining in order to put them in the right path. And let me tell you now that if you don't hit your kids when they do something wrong, you are just a shell and a joke of a parent. Please do the right thing and hit your kids. Why? Because if you don't hit your kids, they're just going to grow up to be super arrogant and silly. Like, it's basic conditioning. When the child does something bad and then a beating comes after, they are going to associate the um the action they do with an inevitable punishment, and they're going to be dissuaded from doing it. So that is how you psychologically teach your child, hey, don't do this, this is wrong. So if the spanking inevitably leads your children to falling into the right path, then how is it a bad thing? Like, I get so annoyed when I hear all these white soccer moms on some, oh, this is child abuse. You have to negotiate with the child, talk to the child. No! If hitting your children as a punishment is child abuse, then every single black parent is a child abuser. Like, oh, lock them up. They're crazy. They have problems. I am aware that there is something called child abuse, and there is a line that you shouldn't cross. Obviously, like, I'm not an idiot, guys. When it comes to child abuse, that's when you're straight up injuring the. I don't care if they broke your favorite vase. I don't care if they came home at 8 p.m. after a school night. There should be no reason to burn a kid with an iron or cut them with a knife. That's taking things too far. You could end up killing them. But like, I'm just talking about basic things: slapping the child, hitting them with slippers, hitting them with a belt. That's not gonna injure them. It's gonna hurt in the moment, but it will at least teach them that, okay, I can't do this, I can't do that. It is simple conditioning. It makes sense. Another reason why I am pro spanking is because we have to realize that in the real world there are consequences to our actions, right? So you have to teach your kid that from an early age. Okay, if I write on the walls, I'm gonna get beaten, so let me not write on the walls. Do it let me do it in my workbook. I cannot jump on uh on the couch because it might break and then I'm gonna get beaten for it. Let me maybe like jump outside. It's better that way. You see, parenting is all about making a child ready for the real world. So how are you just going to like watch your child, I don't know, hit another child with a super soaker and then be all like, don't do that, and wave like, no, no, that's wrong, you can't do that. Like, or sit them down and say, let's talk it out. Why did you do that? No, it's ineffective. The real world is not going to be so easy on your kids. And guys, we have to sympathize with parents, because sometimes you have to understand that kids, they are so annoying and noisy. Kids are annoying, which is why at some point we have to realize that, okay, they're doing the best that we can, and like, as kids, our misdemeanors and our transgressions are getting in their way, and they annoy them. So they might, they might do that in order to put us in our place. That's like, at some point you have to realize that the parents are doing everything for you as well as for themselves. So you can't constantly keep getting in their way and then not expecting a whooping in return. No, that's not how it works. So just do the right thing. Plus, I've seen the way a lot of white people backchat their parents. It is so amazing and surprising. Like when I hear something like that, for some reason I'm walking away because I'm just anticipating a probable beating, but then the parents don't do anything about it. That's why a lot of people, or a lot of like white kids, they'll just like walk all over their parents. They just do whatever they want. They visit people when they want. They come home whenever they like, because like they didn't like get fully disciplined. And like compare that to the black kids. Compare that to black people. Like the way that they raise the way that they answer their parents. There's so much humility. There's so much composure. Mom, I'm sorry, I won't do it again. Mama, like, could you please forgive me? Mama, I'll do better next time. There is reproach, there's remorse, and there's no back chatting. There's respect, because fear they fear stepping on their parents' toes, because they were raised with the possibility of a beating. So then they get groomed into the mindset of respecting their parents to the fullest. I would love to see a white kid take their loose lips to a Kenyan mom, or a Nigerian mom, or even a colored mom, because those ones, they do not play. Like they'll smack you across the head just for referring to them as you. Like I'm not you. I'm your mom. You show me some respect. They wouldn't last a day there, because there are rules and there are boundaries, and there's so many procedures you have to follow. You wake up early in the if you're still asleep, they'll ask you, hey, do you have your own house? Clean my house now, because you're living in their house and you have to give back. You're living in their house. It is a privilege that they ain't kick you out. Like, let's say you're an adult and you live with them. It's your job to clean that house. So what I do want everyone to take away from this video is that you have to discipline your kids somehow. Don't be afraid of your kids. The parents who say stuff like, no, don't do that, or just watch their kids don't do stuff those are some of the most spineless parents who are afraid of their kids. Imagine being afraid of their kids. They're you. Bye.